You ever hear a name pop up in Chiefs camp and think, wait, who? That's exactly how a lot of fans reacted when Nico Remigio started getting buzz. But if you're paying close attention to the pulse of this team, you'll know this isn't just a random preseason storyline. This is the kind of development that could actually have some long-term impact, especially with how the wide receiver room is shaping up in Kansas City. Now let's rewind a little. Nico Remigio didn't hear his name called in the 2023 NFL Draft. And in a league that often forgets guys like that overnight, he could have easily faded into the background. But he didn't. He kept grinding. He flashed in training camp last year before a shoulder injury shut him down in the preseason finale. And while a lot of players might have seen that as the end, the Chiefs didn't. They kept him around, they stayed invested in his development, and now, in 2025, he's turning heads again. So who is this guy really? Remigio played his college ball at both Cal and Fresno State, showing off impressive quickness, soft hands, and the kind of shiftiness that makes defenders look silly in space. He wasn't the biggest name, but his game speaks loud when you watch the tape. He's got that suddenness you want in a slot receiver, the ability to change direction without losing speed, and the vision to turn short passes into chunk plays. That's the kind of skill set that fits beautifully in Andy Reid's offense, especially when Patrick Mahomes is the one pulling the trigger. But let's be honest, every year there's a camp darling, right? Someone who gets buzzed about and then disappears once the regular season kicks in. So why is Remigio different? Why are we even talking about him now? Well, a big part of it is timing. The Chiefs are going through some real transition at wide receiver. The door is wide open for someone unexpected to walk in and steal a spot. Remigio's making a strong case that he's that guy. Now let me ask, you this? Did you know who Nico Remigio was before this latest hype? Be honest. Drop a yes or no in the comments. Let's see who's been doing their scouting homework and who's just hearing his name for the first time. No judgment, I promise. Also, if you're loving this kind of underdog story and want more deep dives just like this one, go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers here on Total Chiefs News, and every single one of you helps us get there. Plus, you'll never miss a moment when we break down the next breakout star in Chiefs Kingdom. So let's zoom out for a second and really take a look at why Nico Remigio has a chance, a real chance, to carve out a role on this Kansas City offense in 2025. Because this isn't just about one guy balling out in camp, it's about opportunity. And right now, the wide receiver room in KC is as wide open as it's been in years. First, let's talk about the elephant in the locker room, Rashee Rice. He was supposed to be the top guy heading into this season. Big things were expected after the way he ended 2023. But after the off-season legal issues, there's now a cloud of uncertainty hanging over him. We still don't know how the NFL will handle discipline, and even if he avoids a long suspension, you have to wonder how all this will affect his mental focus and availability. Then you've got Sky Moore, still loaded with potential, but let's be honest, Chiefs fans have been waiting for him to break out since the moment he was drafted. And at some point, potential has to translate into production. So far, it hasn't. And if it doesn't happen this year, the coaching staff might stop waiting. Kadarius Toney, another wild card. When he's healthy, he's electric. But when is he healthy? That's the problem. The injuries, the inconsistencies, the drops, it's always something. You can't build a reliable offense on maybes. And that's what Toney continues to be, a maybe. Now, the Chiefs did draft Xavier Worthy, and there's a ton of excitement there, and rightfully so. The kid can fly, but rookies still need time, and if you're relying on someone fresh out of college to carry your passing game, you better have some insurance built in. That's where Nico Remigio steps in. He doesn't need to be a WR1, he just needs to be reliable. He needs to be where he's supposed to be. Catch what's thrown his way. Do the little things. Be smart, be fast, be tough, all the traits that this coaching staff loves. And the thing is, Remigio's been that guy so far. He's looked crisp in his roots, he's shown a strong connection with Mahomes, and he's earning the kind of reps that matter. Look, Andy Reid doesn't hand out snaps just to be nice. You earn them. And the fact that Remigio is even in the conversation to make the 53-man roster, let alone get on the field, says a lot about how the Chiefs view him. Now let me throw this out to you. With all the movement in the wide receiver room, who do you think will actually lead the team in receiving yards this season? Will it still be Travis Kelce, or could Worthy sneak in? Maybe Rice if he plays a full season. Drop your prediction in the comments. I want to see how Chiefs Kingdom is feeling about this group. And hey, if you're enjoying the breakdown so far, smash that like button. It helps this video reach more fans like you and keeps this community growing strong. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and your support means the world. All right, now that we've set the stage with Remigio's background and the wide receiver shuffle, let's talk about what's really happening behind the scenes, inside Chiefs training camp. Because if you want to know how a guy like Nico Remigio might actually break through, the best place to start is what the coaches and players are saying. Reports from the camp trenches have been pretty intriguing. Coaches are known for talking a good game, but when multiple sources start mentioning a player's work ethic and impact, that's a red flag for the rest of the roster. In a good way. Word is that Remigio has impressed Andy Reid and the offensive staff with his quick understanding of the playbook, his crisp route running, and his reliability during drills. That's huge for a player trying to prove he belongs. And let's not forget Patrick Mahomes. The guy throws the ball better than anyone on the planet, but he also knows when a receiver gives him confidence. From what insiders are saying, Mahomes has taken notice of Remigio's ability to find soft spots in the defense and get open. There's talk that Mahomes trusts him in crucial situations, which is a major vote of confidence for a young receiver still trying to carve out his role. Beat reporters covering the Chiefs have echoed this sentiment. When you see journalists with direct access repeatedly pointing out a player's steady rise, it's usually a sign that something real is happening. It's not just preseason fluff. It's the kind of buzz that can turn into real playing time once the games start counting. Now here's a question for you. Do you believe Patrick Mahomes can make any receiver look great? Or does he need reliable weapons around him to truly dominate? I'm curious to hear your take. Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Is it all Mahomes magic? Or do these guys have to earn their spot on the field? Also, if you want to stay on top of everything from camp battles to roster moves, make sure you hit that bell icon. You don't want to miss any updates as the Chiefs get ready to roll into the 2025 season. Now let's break down exactly what Nico Remigio brings to the Chiefs offense, because it's not just about opportunity, it's about skill and fit. And Remigio has some key traits that make him stand out in this offense. First off, versatility. Remigio isn't just a traditional wide receiver. He can line up in the slot, out wide, and he's shown flashes as a return specialist on special teams. That kind of flexibility gives the Chiefs a ton of options, especially when injuries hit or the game plan calls for different looks. Andy Reid loves players who can wear multiple hats, and Remigio fits that mold perfectly. Then there's his quickness and route running. You know how important it is for Mahomes to have receivers who can create separation in tight spaces, especially against elite defenses. Remigio's change of direction and ability to run crisp routes makes him a natural slot receiver, the kind who can find soft spots in zone coverage and turn short passes into big gains. Hands? Reliable. Sure, he's not making highlight reel one-handed grabs every play, but he consistently catches the ball when it counts. That dependability builds trust with the quarterback, which is crucial for a guy still fighting for snaps. His special teams contributions can't be overlooked either. Chiefs teams under Reid have always valued guys who can make an impact outside of just offense. If Remigio can prove he's valuable on punt and kickoff returns, that could be the edge he needs to stay on the roster and get game day reps. Think about some past Chiefs receivers who started in similar roles and blossomed into key weapons. Players like Mecole Hardman, who combined speed and special teams value to carve out a niche before growing into a bigger role. Remigio seems poised for a similar path if he continues to develop. Now, I want to hear from you. When you think about a slot receiver, what do you value most? Is it elite speed, sure hands, toughness, or maybe precise route running? Drop your top trait in the comments. I'm curious which qualities Chiefs Kingdom fans prioritize. And hey, if you're still watching and enjoying this deep dive, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're building a tight community here, and I want you right there with us as we follow every Chiefs story this season. All right, time to wrap this up with the big question. Can Nico Remigio be the next breakout star for the Kansas City Chiefs? It's a fair question, and one that doesn't have a simple answer. On one hand, the signs are definitely encouraging. The opportunity is there with a wide receiver room in flux, the coaching staff clearly likes what they see, and Mahomes has shown trust in Remigio's ability to find open spots and make plays. If he keeps building on his strengths, versatility, quickness, dependable hands, there's no reason he can't carve out a solid role. Maybe he even becomes one of those unexpected playmakers who keeps defenses on their toes and gives the Chiefs some fresh firepower on offense. But on the other hand, we have to be realistic. The NFL is brutal, and every year a lot of players with hype never quite stick. Injuries, competition, and the sheer speed of the game can derail even the most promising careers. Remigio will have to keep proving himself every single day, in practice, on special teams, and in games, to make that leap from hopeful to key contributor. So, what do you think? Is Nico Remigio the real deal, a rising star ready to make waves, or is he just another preseason hype story that fades away? Type real if you believe in him, or hype if you think the excitement is overblown. I want to see where Chiefs Kingdom stands on this one. And before you go, if you're fired up about what this team is building and want to stay locked in all season, smash that subscribe button right now. Help us reach our goal of 5,000 subscribers and be part of a community that lives and breathes Chiefs football. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It makes a huge difference for the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update. Go Chiefs!